Hello Cancer, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming. This is a general reading, so aspects of it may apply to you, but it can also apply to somebody else around you at this time. I use the 12 houses of the zodiac, goddess guidance cards, astrological guidance cards, and then also destiny cards. If you would like a private reading, please go to my website. The link is down below in the description box. All the information is on there, and you can get in contact from there, and then I can do the reading for you. Okay, let's start with the 12 houses. Let's work. I normally pull out 3, which will be focus areas for you. And then the associated astrological guidance and the goddess guidance as well. So we get an overall view as well. Okay, some powerful cards for you already. Only just beginning, and there they are. We have 8th house and Uranus. So some very powerful cards coming in for you. Got Sekhmet coming in as well, so changes, endings and beginnings, variety of things happening for you. We'll go to the next house of interest now. We've got 9th house now. Jupiter return, lovely card. So we're getting a bit of balance, and Jupiter is the ruler of the 9th house, so that looks like really strong energy coming in for you there. Let's get the astrological guidance. That one wants to come. Oh, Pele. Lovely card, wonderful card for you. So sweeping changes, it looks like. Follow your heart, follow your passion. That's what's coming out so far. Okay, we've got 1st house. That's everything to do with the self, everything to do with the body, and what you project, what people see when they see you. So that's your outer persona, your personality, and so on. But it's also how you're meeting, how you're moving forward in the world, your independence, and what you're actually, what your demeanor is, what you're generating and projecting for others to see at this time as well. Okay, oh, we've got Venus coming in, lovely card. Love yourself, or it could be love of another coming in for you. At the bottom we have water element sensing. Very nice card coming in for you. That's bottom of the deck there. Let's get an a goddess guidance card now. Ooh, too many. Ishtar, boundaries. Okay. So you could be in a romance which is requiring that. Your energy levels perhaps are taking a bit of strain at the moment. Bottom of the goddess deck is Una, easy does it. Okay. So yeah, it looks like there's quite a lot going on, and you're going to need to be conserving your energy at this time. All right, so we have 8th house, 9th house, and 1st house. We've got Uranus, which goes with the 8th. We've got Jupiter return, which goes with the 9th, and then we've got Venus, which is going with your 1st house. We've got Sekhmet, Pele, and Ishtar, and we've got Una, easy does it, and we've got the water element sensing. Okay, so as I said, it looks to me like there's a lot going on here. Eighth house is a very powerful house. It is about endings and beginnings, and you've got Uranus coming in, which is the card of sudden change, almost like a lightning bolt coming down. It can be that much of an upheaval. For some people, it can be incredibly dramatic, and for others, it can be a complete shift of perception. So something major going down in this house, and you've got the goddess saying that you're going to need to be strong and that you are stronger than you think you are. Then you've got the ninth house, which deals with a whole range of different aspects. And you've got Jupiter coming in, which is the ruler of the ninth house. So you've got a double whammy energy coming in, but it's a Jupiter return, which is going to bring benefits for you. So it looks like you're going to be shifting what you're doing. Or it could even be relationship based, it could be monetary based. But this is also the card of intuition. So you could be receiving a lot of downloads at this time. Most of us are in various forms of ascension. We're all going through that. So it could be that you've got a lot of knowledge coming to you at this time, and it's pushing you to let go of a way of life which you have been doing adequately, probably, and coping quite well and whatever. And now something has come in and you're being pushed to go in a direction which ignites your passion. It could already be something that you've been working on previously, something that you know about yourself. So that could be rising up. It's a volcanic energy, so it's coming up from underneath. And it's saying that you need to follow that at this time. It could also be a field of study. It could be a book you want to write. It could be something to do with public relations. It could be to do with the law or legal situation. There's a lot of that comes in with the ninth house. It can also be about travel. So slowly the world is opening up now. You may be in a place where you are allowed to travel. It depends where you are and your situation. So that may be coming in for you as well. But certainly some kind of boost is coming in. The first house, as I said, is all about the body. So you've got Venus here, which is the love card. It's also about partnership, but it's very much about love in all its forms and the love of beauty. So that could be manifesting where you are needing to love yourself more and instill boundaries to block negative energies and to stop people from draining you or putting your energy into places where it's not actually appreciated. All of that could be coming in, but it can also be to do with your actual what you're projecting outwards to others. So you could be in a relationship right now which is you perhaps just need to put in a few boundaries, but it can also be physical boundaries. In other words, you may also be embarking on some sort of new kind of routine. Perhaps it's like a new gym routine, or you're going back to gym or back to some physical routine. What it's saying is that, just to be careful of your energy at this time. It could also be that you want to do some artistic endeavor, something artistic you want to pursue, to create something beautiful, or just the enjoyment of something beautiful. It could be all of that coming in. But I do feel it's an energy situation that you're dealing with here, because you've got Una here, and she's saying that you need to be just go slowly and deliberately, make no sudden moves at this time. And then you've got the water element, which is about rest, recuperation, waiting for the next wave. Okay, so let's go into this in more detail now. I'll do the destiny card at the end to wrap it all up. So as I said, 8th house is everything to do with, it is the house of endings and beginnings. So but it can apply in a number of ways. So it also can be about a partnership. So whether this is a committed love, because the 8th house is the nuts and bolts of a committed relationship. So this is the emotional and material resources, even financial resources. So this is a committed partnership, long term, but it can also be a business partnership. So it could be whichever way is right for you. It's also about sex, everything to do with sexual energies that can come in with the 8th house. So that comes into the relationship if it's a love relationship, or it could just be issues to do with that. It can also be about big finance in your life. Second house is your income and everything to do with that, and the eighth house is other finance, the bigger picture. So this can be like investments, insurances, inheritances, legacies, banking, accounting, tax. So revenue comes in with this card. So be very careful. There could be some financial upheaval that occurs for you at this time. Or it could be, as I said, a relationship based, some sort of shift or change, not necessarily the ending of the relationship, but it can also be the rebirth of a relationship. So the renewal or the regeneration of a relationship, whether that's a partnership as in love or a partnership as in business. It can also be something coming out of what was assumed to be over. So something is rebirthed out of that, like a phoenix. Something comes out of the ashes of something. That can also happen as well. The eighth house is also about psychic awareness. So as I said, with the ninth house coming in and various Jupiter return, you could very well be receiving downloads of some kind, or perhaps something is getting ignited in you at this time. So just see how that plays out for you. We've got at the bottom, we've got Uranus Genius coming in, and then at the top you've got Sekhmet, which is Be Strong. So I do feel this is some kind of upheaval, and it could very well be financial or relationship based. The eighth house deals with everything to do with sex, death, and that can be symbolic death, so something ending, something and then something beginning, like a birth, but it can also be rebirth or regeneration. So if it is financial, you're going to go through some kind of upheaval. Uranus is a very quick, fast energy. It strikes like that. So literally you can, in the moment, everything can change, literally in the moment. It is a very, very powerful card. Uranus is the god of change, so change is coming for you in some way in this eighth house. It's not, as I said, endings and beginnings. It can be the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new chapter. So see how that manifests for you. You may very well know about this already. Something may already have been playing out in the background, and now it's coming for you. With the Uranus card, it can also be about freedom or liberation from something. So it can be breaking out or a breakthrough. It can also be about transmuting difficult conditions which require that liberation or that freedom, that leap out of wherever it is you have been. So whether this is a relationship or a partnership, or it could be financial, however it comes out for you, but it's certainly a big change coming in, and it will strike very quickly. It can also be a perception change or a realization. This can be a leap in consciousness. Okay, so you've got the ninth house as well, which can deal with that. So it could very well be that you are getting flashes of the future with Uranus. That is entirely possible. And with the eighth house being a financial house, it could be very much in your benefit, or it could be that you are seeing something coming and you have to take steps quickly to deal with it. But it can be a realization or a very deep transformation from a consciousness point of view that can happen with this card. So something sinks in, a really deep realization. Suddenly you are seeing something really, really clearly. A real epiphany can happen with this card. It can also be that technology is coming in for you at this time. Uranus is future tech, so anything futuristic. It could be just an upgrade for you, so that may come in some way, shape, or form. But it's usually something sort of almost or like virtual reality, anything that's advanced. So whatever is your level, the next level up from that. So if you're already an advanced level, then it will be really into the future. Something may come in to do with that. So you may be mastering to do with that. This card has a lot to do with mastering your everything that's going on in your life and mastering change. And that is what you're asked to do at this time. It can also be that you are going to be meeting or coming into contact with people who are very different from yourself. They can be very different, have a different sexual orientation, or they could be just very different. They could come from a completely different background, different race, different culture. They could be foreign. Or you could be dealing with foreign concepts at this time in your 8th house. And it's also transgender. Those sorts of aspects can come in with this card. And so just see, how it's going to come out for you. But I do feel that whatever is coming for you, you're going to need to be strong to go through the change, whatever is coming for you. But always with these cards, it's to push you into a better place. And you have to go through some sort of shift in order to get to the other side. And as uncomfortable or as dramatic as that may be, or it could be purely internal, it may not necessarily be external, but normally with Uranus it's a mental thing. You could be getting flashes of the future, or you could be launching forward into the future very quickly in some way, or it could be freedom or liberation, or just some massive change. It depends how it's going to manifest for you, and how you've been using Uranus energy up until now as well. Sekhmet, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So, as I said, with Uranus, you can be taken by surprise. Some sort of shock coming in, that it can have that sort of value. Or, as I said, it can be some massive realization within yourself, something, the penny drops. And now you have to take steps in order to follow that truth, or follow that liberation, or that freedom of thinking, or you may have your energy sparked in a new direction. You may see something which is really going to get your interest, but it's going to create change in your life. And so to manifest the smoothest path through that change, this is where Sekhmet comes in. So what it's saying is, let go of all negative thinking. Imagine yourself as powerful and successful, and that is what will come about. So this is very much about your watching your thoughts and your words and your actions. Everything must be aligned with a positive outcome. So imagine that, and that is what will come about. So really, what this is saying is that your attitude and your ability to handle this change coming in is really going to determine the outcome. But if you aim to be strong through this, and to have a positive mindset, and don't worry about negative people around you, or negative attitudes from others, and so on. Don't worry about that. You just focus on what you need to do. Stay present in the moment, and that is what Uranus is all about as well, being present in the moment and being able to master a change. So she's saying, be strong. You have got the strength to do this. You just have to pull it out of yourself. If you need to take steps to, give yourself time, or sort of any kinds of activities which are going to help you, then you do that. But she's saying that you are stronger than you think you are, and that you will manage this, obviously with a positive mindset. We have the 9th house. This is the house of faith. So it's everything to do with belief systems, religion, philosophy, anything like that. So your belief systems may be undergoing a bit of an overhaul at this time, particularly with Pele coming in. She's saying follow your divine passion. So it could be that you've been living a life which now doesn't serve you anymore. And whether that's a belief system, or a religion, or just a way of life, you may have been robotically doing something over and over, going through the motions, just living your life, and now suddenly something occurs and everything shifts. So this is the pursuit of truth. It's the pursuit of deeper meaning in life. Intuition is highly activated with the 9th house. So everything to do with that. It's the house of prophecy as well. It's also the house of law and the higher courts. So that may be coming in. Some sort of legal situation may be coming in for you, or some legality which you're perhaps dealing with. It's possible. I think it's more related to the path you're heading for in this lifetime as well. So the 9th house is also about higher education. So this is normally university level education. It's also adult education. So you may be contemplating a course of study, or maybe you have been in a course of study and everything's got disrupted with what is going on in the world currently. And you may suddenly realize that what you have been trying to do or aiming to do is no longer relevant. That can easily happen with this house as well. So some kind of shift could be coming in for you. It's also the house of foreign things, foreign cultures, countries, travel. It's normally international travel or long distance travel comes up with this, or it could just be explorations and adventure where you are, but it's in the mind and it's also in the body. It can be one or the other or both. So this can be armchair traveling. Perhaps you're planning a trip. There's lots of different things that could come in. You could very well be planning a trip and you are contemplating what it is you want to do, and Pele is saying go after what really gets your enthusiasm up, what sets you alight. So ninth house covers all of that. And as I said, it has got everything to do with promotional work as well. It can be teaching, it can be publishing. Perhaps it's a new adventure for you or something you want to publish. And it could be something about teaching. Perhaps you're changing course in what you're doing and you're now going into that field. Any one of those aspects could come in for you. With Jupiter return, it's a beautiful card. This is a beneficial, very, very beneficial card coming in for you. Jupiter is the abundance card, the abundance planet. It brings in abundance, it brings in joy, it brings in opportunity, it brings in, it's the yes card, doors opening with this card, big doors opening. So you're going to be shifted in some way, even if it's a mindset change, and then you will see the door now opening, whereas before you perhaps didn't see the door. So that could easily be happening, or just some new path is going to open up for you once you get released from something else, or you're linking up with another and going in a different direction. It depends. But Jupiter return, normally this is not a long, slow developing energy. Jupiter is quick. Jupiter comes in, and any opportunities that come to you, need to grasp them and follow them right through to the end. Whatever you might get multiple opportunities or one massive one coming in, but it's normally surfaces quite quickly, and you need to actually you need to go after it. You can't just this card can bring rewards, it can bring benefits dropping in your lap, literally. But you can't be complacent about them. You actually have to anchor those blessings down and be swift about how you're going to anchor them down and follow them through. See what opportunity is knocking for you. But it really could be handed to you on a plate. Jupiter is, as I said, a very joyful, very abundant energy. And this could be abundance as in a windfall, money. It can be ideas. It can be support from others. It can be faith. So the renewal of faith or faith in something. It can also be rescue from something as well. So you have divine intervention, some sort of rescue. But it's got a very joyful, very sort of generous energy. So you could be using this energy as well and spreading it around for others. But it's a very abundant, very giving energy. And it's about opportunity. It's about following that opportunity as well. With the return card, it has a slightly different spin to it, to a normal Jupiter return. This can also indicate the return of a lover from the past. It can bring that in, but it can also be an idea or a concept or a business or a project or perhaps a trip, a holiday, something that you wanted to do in the past, which never came about. It didn't actually happen. It was shelved, or it sort of faded away, or it got put on the back burner, or it was just never realized, whatever that was. And with the Jupiter return, that very thing could be coming back to you and bearing fruit now. So you could be picking up where you left off with this, whatever it may be. And it's manifesting in the ninth house. So it could be study, it could be travel, it could be a concept which you want to study. Or it could be something that you're changing within your studies, or it could be, as I said, belief system based or religious based, the law. There's lots of different ways that this can come in for you, or it could just be literally harnessing your intuitive abilities at this time and really going forward with that. but it comes back around to you. It's something from sort of probably up to 12 years ago, maybe sooner than that, but something from before is now going to come up again, and it's going to bear fruit. That is what the Jupiter return card can do. And it's coming in your 9th house, which is its home house. So it's a very strong Sagittarian energy as well. We've got Pele, divine passion at the top. So be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? So she's saying to you, whatever you have been doing in your life, as I said, something that you've been just doing because it was suitable for you at the time, and it probably worked out for you, and you just got up every day and you did all that, and something is going to shift for you now, and whatever you have been doing, or whatever you have been robotically doing or routinely doing, is not going to do it for you anymore. And she's saying to you, do not suppress your desires at this time. Do not, your dreams are very, very important. And now, of all times on planet Earth, is the time to follow your dreams. It really, really is. The universe supports that. So what is your dream? What is it that you have been suppressing in yourself all this time? And it's coming out in the 9th house. As I said, it could be something you want to study, travel, some adventure you want to do, exploration. It can be a belief system you want to pursue. It could be legal. It could be publishing. It could be teaching. It could be just exploration, travel, getting out. Some project that you wanted to do, and you've never really been able to do it. And she's saying to you now that whatever is your heart's desire, whatever, and I'm quite sure you will know what it is, whatever it is really, really true for you, and something you just desperately would love to do, but have not had the chance, or you've denied it in some way, now is the time. Invest in your dreams. Invest in your dreams, not other people's dreams, your dreams. Here we've got first house as well, the body. So as I said, this is everything to do with the physical body. So this is your, this can be your appearance as well, which may be going through a bit of a shift. You may be getting a bit of a makeover, especially with the Venus card coming in. So hair, makeup, clothing, just your appearance in general, or it could just be your demeanor is undergoing some sort of shift or change. So it's your physical appearance, but it's also what you project to others, what they see when they see you. So how you're projecting yourself at any one time. It's your personality, your observable characteristics. It's your physical body. It can be sort of health related, but it can also be what you're doing at this time, like a physical activity and so on. But it's also your self-oriented interests and hobbies. So that could be something coming up, as I said, that's going to get get a bit of a jolt with this 9th house and the Jupiter return. Some opportunity is going to come in, and you may just very well be able to push this hobby or interest of yours forward now. This can also be about how you are moving forward in the world, how you are meeting the world on a daily basis, or what it is you're aiming to do. So it's putting yourself out there. You may also have to put yourself out there. Perhaps you haven't studied for a long time and now you want to study again, or you need to put yourself on a platform of some kind, whether it's online or from a teaching point of view, or it could be, whatever's came up in the 9th house could very well be relevant. But it's putting yourself out there. What are you projecting out there at this time? The bottom, you've got the love card, Venus. Venus is the card of love. So everything to do with love comes up with this card. You could be falling in love at this time. So you could have somebody coming in. You could be spreading the love around. But most of all, and before you do anything, you must love yourself. So love yourself. Learn to lavish yourself with love. And then automatically love will come to you from externally. But it doesn't work the other way around. You can't get love externally if you don't love yourself. So you really need to have those two in balance. And so self-love, very important with this card as well. But everything to do with love comes up with the Venus card. It's also the card, it's got an abundant, very luxurious feel to it as well. So you could be spoiling yourself at this time, or you need to spoil yourself at this time. And with Jupiter return coming in, this could be a windfall or some kind of abundance coming to you, which is going to help you. But it could also be that somebody that you're getting involved with in a sort of falling in love with and all that, you may just need to put a few boundaries in as well. So just be careful that you don't lose yourself in the relationship. You need to look after yourself. Number one, be your own best friend at all times. Love yourself, put yourself first, and then the person that you're involved with will treat you the same way. So treat yourself the way you want to be, the way you would treat others. Treat yourself with respect, and that is what you will get, and so on. So with the Venus card, it can also be that you're putting yourself out there in some way. So as I said, you could be getting a makeover of some kind, but you could also be elevating your persona or your profile at this time, and so beautifying things. You could be beautifying yourself, or what it is, the energy that you're putting out there. It's also the appreciation of beauty in general. So you could be perhaps developing artistic skills at this time, or harnessing an artistic skill which you have. Venus can also be about stage work, the theatre, artistic endeavors, and this can be dance, music, beauty, anything to do with beauty, hair, makeup, perfumes, anything in the beauty industry comes up, but it can also be the arts. So this is any artistic form, whether it's dance or music or actual artistic endeavors. Anything that's artistic and creative comes in. Handcrafts also come in with this, and the appreciation of handcraft. So you could be appreciating beauty at this time as well. But everything to do with that, everything to do with love and beauty is comes in with the Venus card. It's also it can also bring in an abundance, like a windfall. Venus does govern money as well, so you could be getting a windfall or some kind of bonus at this time. If you have got a windfall, or you want to sort of spoil yourself at this time, just don't go overboard, because that is one thing with the Jupiter card coming in for you. You can go over the top. You can be excessive. So by all means, spoil yourself and do what is right for you and love yourself, but put a few boundaries in, whether this is with going over the top with spending on yourself or putting boundaries in for others. Just see, where you are with that. But it's the appreciation of beauty in yourself, in others, and also the love of beautiful things, Venus. As I said, we've got Ishtar boundaries here. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So as I said, I do feel that this is very much about an energy, your energy. As I said, you could be overdoing it at this time. And somebody around you is draining your energy, or you are just simply feeling a little bit drained, and you need to put in a few boundaries with those around you so that you are looking after yourself. You must put yourself first, and this is why I said self-love, because I feel it's important. And being the first house, that is the most important thing. You be your own best friend, fill your own cup up, and then you can give to others. Giving and receiving are important. You need to receive in equal measure. So you give and receive in equal measure, and then the abundance will come in. The abundance of Venus will come in. So just be careful that your time, your energy is hugely important, and you can't give from an empty cup. And you need to replenish on a regular basis. And being a Cancerian, you do need to retreat periodically. You do need to spend time on your own, in quiet solitude, retreat, withdraw, like the crab, withdraw to reorientate and to recenter yourself, because you are going to be sensitive. You are a sensitive person, and sometimes people can take advantage of your compassion and your warmth, and it could even be family members as well. So just put a few boundaries in and be firm about them, because you must put yourself first at all times and look after your energy and your health through any difficult times, whether it's an upheaval or a change or shift of some kind. Your energy will be drained, your nervous system will be under pressure. So make sure that you are looking after yourself. And to back that up, we've got Una, easy does it. She's saying there's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So if you were concerned that you're running out of time, or that you've woken up now to what it is you really want to do with your life, or in this ninth house, and you're suddenly thinking to yourself, well, I've left it too late. I've run out of time. There's no time to be doing this. I haven't got the financial help. I haven't got the backup, etc., etc. So this is putting blocks in front of yourself continually. Just rest assured, Una is saying, everything is in hand. Do not worry, because everything you're worrying about is only going to stress you out further, and it's just going to draw to you the things you don't want. All right? It's a very, very unhelpful energy. So just easy does it. Slow down, relax. Don't make any sudden moves at this time. Just keep going steadily on as you are. Think, dream, plan, make arrangements for the future. Just think about what it is you want to do, whether it's an overseas trip or whatever it might be, whatever you're planning, whatever it is you want to do with your life. Just move slowly through and allow the universe to assist you and lead you where you need to be. So with as I said, with the Uranus energy coming in, it could very well have been some sort of mindset change or some other change that is coming in for you. But with Una, she's saying, don't rush around like a headless chicken, trying to, worrying that whatever it is that you're planning or whatever it is you need to do from now going forward after the shift has occurred, that you are running out of time or energy or whatever it is. Don't worry, that your needs will be taken care of, and that there's no competition for your life purpose. Everything will unfold as it's supposed to unfold. Then here we've got water element sensing. So this is everything. You are a water sign, so this is going to encompass you as well anyway. So it looks like there will be some high emotion going on at this time, and this card is saying that just guard your energy at this time. Just retreat periodically. Spend time on your own, doing your own activities which are restorative for you. So this is about artistic endeavor. Artistic keeps coming up. So artistic things or handcrafts or whatever it is that you like to do, whether it's a physical activity, yoga, dancing, musical things, whatever is right for you. Any artistic thing or creative thing is going to be very good for you at this time. So focus on that. And it could, as I said, could even be handcrafts. And Cancerians normally are very crafty. They can be very good with their hands and cooking, but it's about nourishing and nurturing, looking after yourself. So take your energy back, put your boundaries in place. This card is also about boundaries, and you've already had boundaries here with Ishtar. So put your boundaries in place and do not allow anybody to take advantage of you at this time, because you're going to be feeling compassionate. Emotion is high. There could be a few storms going on, and just let it flow. Just go with the flow, but withdraw and conserve your energy and your resources. And it's like a pause period. This is just go with the flow, let things continue, but make sure your boundaries in place, and just wait for your opportunity to come around, or for when you get the signal to move forward with whatever it is that's going on. So just see how things are unfolding for you. Just do your own activities, your life enhancing activities which are going to empower you, but do it in your own. Just retreat in privacy, rest, sleep, dream, do all of those things, and nurture your energy and your resources at this time, so that when you do get the signal to move forward and you've got to go into action, then you are replenished and you can tackle that properly. That's what this card is all about. Okay, so let's just get a destiny card for you. Okay, that one wants to come. Oh, we got initiative. For Gemini as well. All right, so as I said, at some point, once you there are two ways that this can be read. You may be asked by the universe to take initiative on something. So you may have a sudden realization about something, and then you need to move forward on it. Or it could be, as I said, in your ninth house, but something is coming up which is requiring action from you, something. And sometimes when you know something is requiring change in your life, you're aware that it needs an upgrade or a change or some kind of release, then take the initiative to sort it out, because that will then mitigate any heavier energies settling on you, like a tower moment. You know, if you headed off at the pass and actually take initiative, the universe likes it when you take initiative on something which you know for certain you've got to do. Then the universe backs you 100%, and the change and the shift, whatever that it will be much easier to handle. It can also be that once this shift or change has happened, and now you're sort of trying to work out what the way forward is. Once you've worked it out, and you've been through this restorative period, and you've had that time just to let things move for the moment until you get the signal to move forward, then you can take your initiative. So it can go both ways there for you. Okay, Cancer, hope you enjoyed that reading. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. Take care, and I will see you next time.